Interesting facts about the pygmy marmoset. The pygmy marmoset is one of the smallest primates in the world. It is slightly larger than a mouse, and is quite capable of fitting in a tablespoon. The body of the pygmy marmoset is only 10 to 15 centimeters long, the tail length is about 20 centimeters. Marmosets communicate with each other by chirping. Their vocal repertoire consists of high-pitched sounds that humans cannot hear. The pygmy marmoset has small ears that are hidden in the fur. This is one of their differences from related species, which have much larger auricles, and are even decorated with tassels at the tips. This species of monkeys has very well developed hearing and vision. Special studies have identified up to 15 different sounds with which members of the family group exchange information. Pygmy marmosets are popular pets and are also widely used as model organisms in medical experiments. The main threat to the species is the intensive destruction of natural landscapes, which in the future may adversely affect the state of natural populations. The primate called the pygmy marmoset is one of the smallest representatives among its order. This little monkey looks like a squirrel. She lives in small family groups, which include a married couple, a male and a female, and their immature cubs. Both parents take part in the upbringing of the offspring. Other females who have not yet become sexually mature also come to their aid. The pygmy marmoset rivals the pygmy mouse lemur as the smallest primate. The body size of this monkey is from 11 to 15 centimeters, the length of the tail is approximately equal and is 17 to 22 centimeters. The mass of adults is in the range of 100 to 150 grams. The thick and long fur of the animal is golden brown above. The belly is white or orange. In the region of the head and chest of the marmoset there are long tufts of hair that form a kind of mane. Most of the day of the pygmy marmoset is spent searching and eating food. Its diet includes tree sap, for the extraction of which the animal gnaws the bark with sharp incisors, as well as insects, spiders and fruits. The pygmy marmoset searches for insects on the ground, and picks the most ripe and delicious fruits from thin branches. Occasionally, the monkey hunts small birds. But nevertheless, gum remains her favorite delicacy. To get to it, the animal clings to the trunk of a tree with its sharp claws, and gnaws at the bark with its teeth. The bark protects the inside of the trunk from damage. If its integrity is violated, trees secrete a special fluid to close the wound and prevent pathogenic bacteria from entering it. This juice is drunk by the pygmy marmoset. As for insects, the way in which the pygmy marmoset hunts ants is interesting. Wandering ants live in the humid jungle, constantly migrating over long distances, eating all the insects that they meet on the way. The marmoset settles next to the path they pass along and catches insects that try to escape from the ants. The dwarf marmoset lives in the Amazon Valley, in the south of Colombia and Ecuador, in the north of Peru and Bolivia, in the western regions of Brazil. For life, he chooses forest edges, riverbanks and jungles flooded with seasonal floods. Sexual dimorphism in this species of primates is not expressed. Outwardly, males and females of the pygmy marmoset look the same. The pygmy marmoset is active in the morning and afternoon, sleeping in its dens in the trees at night. He usually spends all his time in the crowns and branches of trees, occasionally descending to the ground. It moves on 4 legs, even along vertical branches. It is capable of jumping up to 1 meter. It lives in the lower and middle tiers of the South American rainforest. The dwarf marmoset, like a squirrel, easily climbs to the top of a tree, and in its foliage it is able to deftly hide from predators. In the crown of the tree, the monkey is safe, as it is able to move along the thinnest branches, where other animals do not risk entering. In social relationships, caring for each other's fur is very important. Each family marks its area with the help of a secret secreted from special glands, and it drives out strangers from other groups with cries, although sometimes it comes to clashes and fights. Every morning, With the help of a cry, a family of marmosets notifies their neighbors about the boundaries of their territory. The pygmy marmoset is shy and cautious. In case of danger, it rises up the trunk like an arrow and hides in the branches, among which it moves deftly and quickly, and is even able to run away from a predator backwards. Dwarf marmosets do not have a clearly defined period for mating. Females are capable of breeding throughout the year. The duration of pregnancy is 140 to 150 days. Usually 2, occasionally 1 or 3 cubs are born. Their sizes are relatively large. So, the weight of a newborn reaches 1/7 of the weight of an adult, about 15 grams. Despite this, the baby at the beginning of life is completely dependent on the mother and other females. After reaching the age of 6 weeks, the male begins to carry the cub on himself, and passes it on to the female only for feeding. At 3 months the cub becomes independent and can take care of itself. At 2 years old, the young pygmy marmoset reaches sexual maturity. Life expectancy in nature is maximum 11 years for this species. Dear friends, if you liked the video, please subscribe and like. Thank you.